Hey guys, happy Children's Day to all of you. So, throughout the day, we have been posting our cute, adorable childhood pics on Instagram with a hashtag Happy Children's Day, hashtag revisiting childhood, etc. I would have been really happy if this day was so innocent in reality. Today is the birthday of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who was the first celebrated Prime Minister of India. The actual first PM? Well, Chacha ji, you know very well why and how we lost him in the pages of history. Today in this video, let me take you to some of the allegations that are often associated with Chacha ji's name and which in fact make us feel uncomfortable to respect his tall stature without any hesitations. So Chacha ji, can you deny that when your wife Srimati Kamala Nehru was seriously ill, it was Netaji who took all the responsibilities of her treatment in Switzerland, even the financial ones? If you can't deny, then do you not feel that when an outsider could do so much to help you, you too in return should have helped him when he needed your support? Yet, when the undemocratic month resolution was passed, with several blatant misleading accusations against Netaji, you never felt like protesting by giving perhaps just one clear statement showing your support. Yes, I know that one should always be a believer in self-help. But in this matter, this man had also taken up the responsibilities that you as a husband should have taken. He understood your inability to help as an honest brother. He tried to help you in your days of adversity so that you could get some relief in return. What did you do in return? When you gave your resignation in 1939 after Netaji's victory as the second elected president, you did not even bother to give him a proper clear-cut resignation letter stating to which side you were inclined to. Chacha ji, your behavior in this respect was so disturbing that Netaji has even described your position as a man riding two horses. In this connection, let me add a few quotes from Netaji's letters to Jawaharlal Nehru. Let me come to the resignations. 12 members of the working committee had resigned. They wrote a straightforward, decent letter in which they made their position unequivocally clear. But yours, how shall I describe it? I shall refrain from using a strong language and simply say it was unworthy of you. When crisis comes, you often do not succeed in making up your mind one way or the other, and to the public it seems that you are riding two horses. To be brutally frank, you sometimes behaved in the working committee as a spoiled child and often lost temper. Now, in spite of your nerviness and jumpiness, what results did you achieve? Sardar Patel and the others had a clever technique of dealing with you. They would let you talk and finish up by asking you to draft their resolution. Once you were allowed, you would feel happy no matter whose resolution it was. Rarely have I found you sticking to your point till the last. Well, this is not me who is saying this. This is an excerpt from the letter written by Netaji to Jawaharlal Nehru, which is perhaps a 27-page letter, and it can be now found very easily in the compilation of Netaji Collected Works, Volume 9, and this book can be very easily bought from Netaji Research Bureau. So it's not me who is saying this, it's Netaji himself. Can you deny, Chacha ji, that even after all this, he gave you the responsibility of being the chairman of National Planning Commission? If you can't deny, then why is this not taught to us in our history textbooks? With regard to this, I am not going to discuss about the numerous evidenceless, blatant accusations on Chacha ji about taking the sword and fighting with the INA when they entered India and blah blah blah. But this definitely is true that the INA soldiers were almost dumped by the then Indian government and in fact were not even included in the Indian army. It was even stated that India was a peace-loving country and there was no need for an army of any sort. The result of all this ahimsa was a brilliant kick by China in 1962, after which it was Lal Bahadur Shastri to whom the credit of the official foundation of a proper Indian army goes. In fact, in 1962, when Aksai Chin portion was given to China, it was said that not even a blade of grass grew there, meaning there was no harm even if that area was lost. The effects of the 62 blunder is still being borne by Indians till date. In this connection, I would like to quote a line from the book called Himalayan Blunder by Brigadier J.P. Dalvi. The 1962 was a national failure in the highest direction of war. A failure of the opposition, a failure of the general staff. It was a responsible public opinion and press failure. For the government of India, it was a Himalayan blunder at all levels. This is also not me who is saying this, it's Brigadier J.P. Dalvi. The book's name is Himalayan Blunder. Now let me take you all to a series of heated up arguments, debates and accusations on Mr. Nehru. A series of some confidential files pertaining to the mysterious disappearance of Netaji and the subsequent INA trials were declassified by the present government back in 2014. According to these files, which can be now found in www.netajipapers.gov.in, the then government led by Mr. Nehru had been accused of spying on the entire family of Netaji for more than a decade, censoring personal letters, telegrams, etc. The spying was such that reports suggest that even a schoolboy who showed some interest in Netaji's disappearance was not spared. It was also accused that a theft of the INA gold had been informed to the then Prime Minister, who failed to take any keen action towards this act of national treachery. This gold had been continued to contribute by the Indians living in East Asia to aid the armed struggle by the INA to free India from the British domination. All this became a breaking news for a few days and then the issue died up. For some mysterious reasons, the process of declassification was abruptly stopped, and therefore our dearest Chachaji is often still accused of these uncomfortable facts. A closure to the topic would have surely mitigated the hesitation to respect this tall stature. As children of Chachaji, that is the best thing we can try to do by eliminating the discomfortable facts and substituting them with truths. Jai Hind.
नमस्कार प्यारे देशवासियों, शिशु दिवस के अवसर पर आप सभी को हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। आज हमारे मशहूर और तथाकथित पहला प्रधानमंत्री जवाहरलाल नेहरू का जन्म दिवस है और जैसे हम सभी जानते हैं, जब भी आप उनके नाम उच्चारण करते हैं तब एक ही शब्द उनके साथ समर्थक है, BLUNDERS। तो चलिए चाचा जी के कुछ मशहूर किस्से और उनकी कुछ बच्चों जैसे हरकत को सामने लाया जाए। हम यही कोशिश करेंगे कि चाचा जी को सामने रखते हुए उनके आदरणीय शिक्षक श्री मोहनदास करमचंद गांधी जी का भी पोल खोला जाए। पहला, जब बात इकोनॉमी की आती है तब हम कैसे आपको भूल जाए चाचा जी? याद है आपको कि जब आप प्रधानमंत्री हुआ करते थे तब भारत का सबसे कम ग्रॉस डोमेस्टिक प्रोडक्ट हुआ करता था। इतना कम कि श्रीलंका और पाकिस्तान जैसे देशों भी हमारे से काफ़ी आगे हुआ करते थे। भारत का वृद्धि सिर्फ 4% पर एनम हुआ करता था। आपने तो बहुत सोशलिज्म का डंका बजाया था तब। आपको क्या ये एक बार के लिए भी एहसास नहीं हुआ था कि हम अर्थव्यवस्था को कैसे तैयार करें, अर्थव्यवस्था को कैसे चंगा करें? आपने ना जंग ठीक तरीके से लड़ा, ना हमारी अर्थव्यवस्था को अच्छे से तैयार किया। भारत की लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी उस समय अफ्रीका के देशों से भी कम हुआ करता था। क्या आपके पास इसका कोई भी जवाब है चाचा जी? बच्चे तो एक ना एक समय बड़े तो होंगे ही ना, बच्चे कब तक रहेंगे? तब तो आपको इस कठिन प्रश्नों का सामना करना ही पड़ेगा। एक चीज़ यहाँ पर बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है, चाचा जी कभी भी प्रधानमंत्री बनने के काबिल भी नहीं थे। सिर्फ गांधी जी के आशीर्वाद से वो प्रधानमंत्री बने। ये सच है और सच कड़वा है। आपने ना तो कश्मीर को अच्छे से संभाला, जो आज भी भारत का एक अभिन्न समस्या में से एक है। जब सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल ने संयुक्त राष्ट्र में जाने की कोशिश किए, तब आप ही सीज फायर घोषित कर दिए थे चाचा जी, जिसके लिए आज भी कश्मीर में इतनी समस्या होती है। वैसे भी आपको विश्वास भी कैसे किया जाए जब आपके सबसे करीबी मित्र नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस, जिनको हम लोग सब लिबरेटर ऑफ इंडिया के नाम से जानते हैं, उन्होंने आपको सब कुछ समर्पित कर दिया। एक अच्छे दोस्त के नज़रिया से देखते थे। आपने ना नेताजी ना देशवासियों की विश्वास रख पाए। जाने से पहले सिर्फ एक ही बात कहना चाहता हूँ। अविनशी तु तट वृद्धि यन सर्वम इधम तटम विनाशम अव्यव्यसा अस्या न कश्चित कर्हुम अर्हति। Know that to be verily indestructible, by which all this is pervaded, none can cause the destruction of the imperishable. धन्यवाद। अगर आप लोगों को हमारे कंटेंट में विश्वास है तो सब्सक्राइब ज़रूर करें। हमें भी खुशी होती है और हम आप लोगों के लिए भी और बेहतर कंटेंट ला सकते हैं। धन्यवाद और जय हिंद।